Hey, it's Clay Trade, and this will be a video chart on the XLF, which is the select sector spider for the financials system. Um, if you follow my videos, you know I've done this one quite a few times, and I've kind of slacked off in the past month or so. I can't remember the last time I've done one, and yeah, it's really taken off. And as we all know, financials and the whole just banking system and all that stuff has really been playing a large role in the overall economic kind of flow of the market, and with the way financials have started to recover, which you can tell through the XLF, the market has reacted accordingly. So I'm still a believer that the thing that's going to carry us out of this whole mess is a financial. So as long as the XLF keeps bouncing, then I believe that the remaining markets are also going to keep on going up. So that's why it's worth following the XLF, because if you're a believer like I am that the financial sector is playing a large role in this whole economic mess, then this is definitely one that you should be watching and paying attention to from a charting perspective. I'm going to go through a couple of different time levels for it, but just from the daily chart, um, you can see that, like the regular market. So this is what I mean. Back here in March, when the normal market bottomed out, look right else what bottomed out, the financial sector. Um, and if you compare this to the Dow Jones or the S&P, you'll see that this pretty much mimics exactly what's going on. We had a little kind of, I don't want to say scary part, because if you understand charts and their patterns, it wasn't anything to worry about. Um, there's just some sideways action, but some people I know were starting to say, all right, this move's done, time to head back down. And then all of a sudden, you got this move here through this downtrend line, and for the past month or so have been going back up, and it's taken the market with it. So acting very nice, and just like what you want to see on the daily chart. There's really only one level that I'm going to concentrate here on the daily chart, and that is just a key support level that I'll be keeping my eye on and hoping that it holds in any sort of pullback. That is these two highs over here. So I draw that trend line here. You can see that. Let me make this green for support. But this high here is 1307 and 1308. So for simplicity's sake, we'll just say $13 on any sort of big pullback. I'd really like to see $13 hold. If it doesn't, then the next support level that I'm going to kind of hold the must hold, or I'm going to call the must hold level, is right here. So I'm going to make this one a little thicker since is more important in my mind. But this level here is right around 1250. You can see that had price hover around here, had the price act as resistance there, had it act as resistance here until we finally got above it. So 1250 is going to be the key support level that I'm going to call the must hold, because if this doesn't hold, then kind of the validity of this move I'm going to start to question. So for the time being, though, we're looking fine, and $13 and 1250 is the key two price levels that I want to see hold if the price should pull back that far. Just from a 60-minute chart, I want to just get on this to show how strong the short-term move really has been. Particularly if you look at these moving averages, notice how far they're spread apart, and the more important thing, just look at the trend of them. Even the 200 period sloping up, the 50 period sloping up strongly, the 10 and 20 both sloping up. Sure, they're curling over a little bit, but the 60-minute is I like to use for an overall context of the short term. So without a doubt, the context of the short term is definitely bullish, and one of those things where it's pretty easy to tell that from just looking at the price, but moving averages come in handy if you're just looking for some secondary confirmation or clearing up. But the 60-minute definitely does confirm that short term, the price is in a very nice, strong, uptrending move, which is, assuming that you're along, it's exactly what you want to see. Now we're going to hop over to the weekly chart, and weekly chart is also looking very nice. The key thing that happened a couple weeks ago that I unfortunately missed and probably should have tried to point out was here we have this 50-week simple moving average that was sloping down, and we approached it here, and as you can see, broke above it. And not only did we break above it, we closed above it. And then the third great thing is not only breaking and closing above it, we started to pull away from it. So that's a great thing to see, that not only are we getting through this 50-week price average, but we're pulling away from it. So that's just very encouraging to see. From the resistance standpoint of things, a couple key levels, and actually not a couple, just there's going to be one. But we have this low here, which is at 1677, and then we have a high here, which is at 1653. So what I'm going to do is just call it 1675, and that's going to be the next little level that I'm looking at. Now keep in mind this is the weekly, so this is more of a longer term chart, but for the overall type market, it'll be very interesting to see if the XLF can get up to this 1675 range, and if it does, how does the price react? How do the bulls react? And if it's going to be something like this, where I mean, usually this is more of a battleground than what it was, but the bulls just demolished the bears there. So I'm curious to see what sort of battles it will be if the price can get up there. But if it does and get through there, then that's going to be great for the overall market. That will just continue to imply that the financial sector is regaining its strength, regaining its legs, and everybody's going to be happy and smiling. So keep your eye on the XLF, and we'll see what happens in these next coming weeks and months. I'd also like to point out for you to look down in the free ebook link there. If you click on that and then sign up for my newsletter, you will be enlisted on for the bull market newsletter, and with that you'll get free chart setups, free stock picks, free fundamental plays, all sorts of stuff, big board, small caps, micro caps, you name it, we try to cover it. So it gives you a good variety, and plus it's all free, so you really can't go wrong. And with the ebook, you'll get some tips and tricks that I use with charts and so forth. So I'd encourage you to check that out. Once again, this was the XLF. Keep your eye on this because the financials are dictating kind of the market direction, so it's worth watching. If you have any questions, send me a message and I will try to help you out. Thanks for listening.